I'm going to start recording. Is it okay? Thank you. Yes, because you know that probably some people who cannot attend today, they would like to see the video after, right? Well, and I'm going to share um, just one screen, compartir sonido, yeah, because that is something that I didn't know how to do it. So my topic today is in love, and there is an image. Love shouldn't hurt. Yes, love shouldn't hurt. Yeah, and that is what we're going to talk today. So, for starting, falling in love is a way of saying when we feel that special feeling of when you meet someone and you feel like shocked, positively shocked, as Cupido um, has thrown an arrow directly toward your heart, something like that, right? So let's start. I want you to tell me if you are in love. Are you in love?
I'm in love with myself and with my children. I have 2 children and I am in love with them. And I love a lot of things, not somebody like a couple. I feel I'm in love with myself.
That is important, yes. Diversity. What about you, Leo?
Well, I just moved in with my girlfriend, so I'm feeling lots of love this weekend, like between the boxes and the clothing and like organizing everything in this new home.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a very, very, I don't know, like a fine feeling.
Yeah, it is, of course.
Very top feeling, yes.
Okay, great.
So, yes.
What about the others? Are you in love? Let's say Ariel or Ariel, Antonio, Brandon. If you want to talk, you're welcome to do it. Eliana, Jose Luis.
I am in love.
Yeah.
I have been with my girlfriend for 6 months now, and we're in love.
Oh, great. You are still in love. That's wonderful. Congratulations. Well, any other expression, opinion, comment?
As Adriana says, I am in process of being in love with myself.
Oh, that is a good encounter, a marvelous encounter. Yes, so meeting ourselves, that in that innermost of ourselves is marvelous. Well, so probably you have heard this song, Sibel Greengrass, have you?
I'm not sure. I think I didn't.
Okay, we're going to listen to it. Have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay, we're going to listen to it and then we're going to talk about what the song transmits us. Yes, what the song transmits us. Well, and let me know if you can hear it very well.
Lay your head where my heart used to be. Lay your head where my heart used to be.
Sorry, no.
Lay down in the green grass. Remember when you loved me. Come closer, don't be shy. Stand beneath the rainy sky. The moon is over the rise. Think of me as a train goes by. Clear the thistles and brambles. Whisper, didn't he ramble? Now there's a bubble of me the vain will say it smells like rain today. God took the stars and he tossed them. Can't tell the birds from the blossoms. You'll never be free of me. He'll make a tree from me. Don't say goodbye to me. Describe the sky to me. And if the sky falls, mark my words, we'll catch mockingbirds. Lay your head where my heart used to be. Hold the earth above me. Lay down in the green grass. Remember when you loved me. Remember when you loved me.
Well, what kind of feelings does this song arise from you?
That song is pretty touchy. It's kind of romantic but sad at the same time. And it's like very deep, but it's like somebody that has lost someone else. But at the end, I can feel it like I am singing for somebody that is not gone. So it's very mixed sensations.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you, Eliana. Leon, what do you think about the song?
Yes, I have like mixed up feelings. At the first, I thought she was like really falling in love with somebody, but then like she's sad and she's remembering and all nostalgic. So a pretty beautiful song.
Yeah, you're right.
Also there's a difficult to me in hearing songs because they use like literary figures and things like that are not normal in conversation. So like mockingbird, that's the animal, or is telling the verb. Is for me,
Yeah.
it has been always like difficult to hear songs like this that are like very poetic. Yes.
Yeah, because of the language.
Yeah, the language and like
Okay.
the words and things like that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Antonio, what do you think?
Hello.
Hello.
I liked it. I have never heard it before. I thought it was a little bit melancholic. It was like the feeling that I got, like she's kind of begging or remembering someone.
Yeah. When she said, for example, what?
Oh, sorry, I don't remember right now.
But there is a moment when she says, "Remember when you loved me," something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that sounds past. Yes.
Yes.
And don't say goodbye to me. Don't say goodbye to me. Yeah. Probably that is when you understood that she was kind of begging. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, any other's opinion? Thank you, Antonio. Any other's opinion, comment about the song?
Hello.
Hello.
I think it's very sentimental because it's a low tune.
Is what? Sorry, Brandon?
It's a low tune.
Ah, yeah. Yes, sentimental, slow. And what do you think about the voice, the message, and do you like it? Do you like this song?
Yes, it's great. It's nice for
Okay.
the
Okay. Does it make you feel in love or not?
Yeah, yes, because uh, for the I don't know what is the word. For example, yes, for the tune, the tune is
Uh-huh.
very sentimental. For
Oh, yeah.
you,
Mm-hmm.
you had many feelings in your body when you
Mm-hmm.
hear that song.
Okay, you mentioned something important, body, because sometimes people separate mind, heart, body, yes, soul, and I think that is something completely involved, yes. So when we suffer, we don't suffer just with our soul, but with our body as well. So for the reason is that sometimes being in love is like being sick. But my question is, should it hurt? Does it have to hurt? That's my question. Yes. So in this case, the song is she's kind of pleading, "Don't say goodbye to me. Remember when you loved me." So it seems that she's sad, and then it's something that happens when someone is not with us anymore. So before continuing talking about the song, about the topic, sorry. Okay, I will share with you the original author of this song, Tom Waits. Then I can copy the link for you if you want the song. This is the lyrics. And talking about song related vocabulary. So mm, if you see, we have some words that are very concurrent, very frequent when we talk about love, like together, romance, attraction, passion, desire, romantic. What else can you see? Couple, emotions, happiness, attraction. Yeah. Any other word? And any other word related to love? Clara, Eliana, hello. Monica,
Soulmate could be.
mates. Mm-hmm. Soulmate, yes, soulmate. Mm-hmm. Good. Which other words do you see related to, or do you know are related to love?
I see the word happiness.
Happiness.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that is just a cliche.
So you think that sadness is more appropriate?
No, I think real life is more appropriate.
To be realistic. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, to step on the earth. Well, now, how when you are in love, when you love someone, what are the common words you use to call that person?
If you are paisa, you say more.
Oh, yeah. So tell me, you're going to enrich this vocabulary.
No,
For
I think
example,
that no. I am saying in real Spanish more.
yeah.
Instead of saying amor, we say more.
Ah,
When we are paisa.
I thought you say more words than these ones.
No,
Okay.
no.
You say more instead of amor, more. Okay, good.
That's very funny.
Funny, yeah. What about other sayings? How do you call your couples, your soulmate? Other expressions to call them sweetie?
Oh, honey.
Honey, yeah, honey, honey.
Darling.
Princess, queen.
Princess, okay, good. Princess is another way. Another? Give me more, give me more.
Dear,
Which one, Brandon?
dear,
Dear, okay, you're right. Mm-hmm.
Darling, sweetheart.
Darling, sweetheart. Mm-hmm. So we have sweetheart, darling, mon coeur. Eliana is studying French. Mon coeur. Yeah, in Spanish, mi amor. How do you pronounce the following? Babe. Babe. Bebé, babe. Babe.
With
Because
pride.
yeah, Bye. Yeah. And some people, instead of saying babies, they say babe. Yes, babe, babe, something like that. Lover. Mm-hmm.
Teacher,
So, yeah, tell me, Juan
Or
Jose,
boo. They
daddy,
say boo too. My boo.
how do you spell it?
daddy, like
Ah,
that.
that boo, that boo.
Daddy.
Yeah,
Oh my,
daddy,
yeah, daddy.
daddy. But you said that boo. No, it's not another way. Yeah,
My
I
boo.
think so.
Like my
Oh,
love.
my love. Yeah,
I think it's just boo.
boo. Ah, yeah, yes, I have heard that one. Yes, it's not written here, but I have heard that one. Oh, let's see. No, yes, not. Uh huh. Boo.
A
Yes.
quite formal one could be my better half.
Ah, my better half is quite formal. I think that another that is very formal is significant. My significant other. Yes, my significant other is very formal. Honey, beloved, my beloved one. You are my beloved one. Sunshine. It sounds beautiful, sunshine. Oh, my everything. Are you in agreement that our couple is our everything?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I suppose you were going to say that. You seem to be very realistic.
Yeah.
Or probably you think that, first of all, we have to
Teacher,
love ourselves. Tell me. Yeah.
there is an expression, but I don't remember. But I think it's like a mint of each other, something like that. I don't know.
How do
Uh,
you spell it? Do you remember?
uh, the past of
Mm-hmm.
mint of
Mm-hmm. Meant.
each,
Oh.
Meant.
Like they
mint
belong
of
together.
each other,
Mentos.
something like that.
Okay, meant. Yeah,
Mint.
meant. Mm-hmm. Okay. If you
We're
have
meant
heard
to be.
that, yeah, tell me. Do you say something, Andres?
Yes. He's saying we're meant to be like we were destined to be together.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it sounds kind of a long expression, but yeah, some people use
I
it.
got the expression.
Yeah.
It's mint for each other.
Okay. Meant for each other. Yeah.
Meant
So
for each other.
it's like, as Andres said, it was intended to be together. Yes.
Yeah.
Meant to be. Meant to be each other. That's right. Okay. So those are romantic, loving expressions. Okay. Now let's talk about. So as Eliana said, when you say I am in love with, so we can be in love with a couple, a woman or a man, a pet, just with myself. How would you complete this expression? I am in love
With her, with him,
with her, with him,
with them.
with them. Yeah. Can you love two people or more people at the same time? Can you be in love? So of course, we can love many people, but can you be in love with more than one person?
I
Yes,
think
I think
yes.
so.
But I think that it's weird.
It's weird, but is it possible or not?
That's not
Yes.
weird. It's like
Maybe
people
it's
don't
not
see it good,
common,
but
but not
Uh-huh.
weird.
Not common, but not weird. Okay, but
I
Andres was,
think I
I
yeah.
think it's
think
more
that
common
happens a
than
lot.
we think.
Ah, okay, Monica.
But
Why?
the problem is that maybe we don't know. We don't know when we are in love with two people, and it's hard to accept that because when we have the commitment with one person, we don't want to cheat or maybe we don't want to lie or something. But I think love is such a big emotion and such a big possibility of the human beings, then I think it shouldn't be like locked in a box or locked in just one person. I think we should love without limits, but maybe in the society there are so many things that are going to change our mind. And of course, in Colombia we have a lot of cheaters, and
Uh-huh.
so the problem is in what point are we honest about our love, and
Mhm.
what point is just to cheat or to lie or to betray
Okay.
someone.
It's an interesting point. To what extent we are honest to each other, and we can be in love with. I don't know. That is controversial. Someone said probably Leon is no it's not weird, but not so common. Probably someone else could think I cannot be in love with two people at the same time. Probably I can love several people at the same time, but being in love with two people at the same time, probably you are teaching me something new. You see that I am kind of old, yeah. So and you are very young, and as you said, society has changed in the way of our relationships as well. But anyways, what do you feel when you are in love? Let's think about it. Tell me about it, and then we will go back to this question: if it is possible to love, to be in love. Remember that I am emphasizing. I'm not saying to love. I'm saying to be in love. Don't you see any difference?
I think that when you say to be in love with somebody, someone in a specific, you are talking about a couple, and that is a romantic way of love.
Yeah.
But when you love in general, is more like spiritual meaning,
Mm-hmm.
and is open wide.
Okay.
And for me, I think is completely different.
It's completely different. So, and also let's make a distinction between. Okay, let's think for now just of a couple, whatever kind of couple. So it could be two women, two men, a man and a woman. Yeah, and it could be. So there are special and uh, unusual couples, but anyway, a couple, right? And that couple passes for several steps or stages. Yes, initially it is what is called falling in love or to be in love with each other, but then that gets transformed, and then they can say, I love you, we love. Yes, and then when I say I am in love, is what we refer in Spanish enamorarse, right? Is that first flash, is that first um, strike to say it some way. And then what do you feel when you are in love? Tell me that, and then we continue the discussion. What do you feel when you are in love?
I
I
feel
think
the urge.
Okay, let's say Monica,
Oh,
and then
Monica.
after Monica, you please. Monica,
okay, so
tell.
I think first we are very kind of vulnerable, kind of emotional, sensible. We feel more, we are excited, we want to speak with that person, to be with that person, to meet, to enjoy all the time together. We are making plans together, and we try to give our best in order to create something nice, a good relationship, and to be happy with that person.
Okay, yeah, yeah. You have mentioned several symptoms, to say it some way. And what else? You were going to say something. Who was?
Me, I was going
Yeah,
to say
Andres.
that when I fall in love, I have the need to make that person comfortable, to make him feel appreciated, do things that he likes, like going places he loves to, and try to make him feel important.
And why do
Because
you do that? Why?
I feel good making these things for them, doing these things for them, making them feel appreciated, um,
But
making
what is
them.
beyond that, Andres? Because you can do that for your mother, for a friend, for your sister. You can do that for someone that
Yes.
minds to you, but especially for someone you are in love with. Tell me why you do that. What is beyond that?
Hmm, I don't know.
Hmm.
Just an urge to make them feel appreciated and that I care.
Uh-huh.
I
That you
guess that
care. Mhm. That you care. It is a kind of altruist feeling.
eh,
Do you think so?
maybe yeah, it could be.
Okay, an altruist feeling, unselfish feeling. What does the rest think about it? Thank you, Andres. Thank you, Monica. What about the others? What do you think?
For example,
Brandon. Hmm.
I think the love promotes many emotions, like you already mentioned. But it's beautiful when love is reciprocal. That is the best feeling. Very, it makes you have great patience. You feel a great connection with the other person. It's a great emotion.
Yeah. Okay. For that reason is that I think if you feel a strong connection, if you do everything for that person, I wonder how is it possible to feel in love with two people at the same time, because you are like stolen. Your heart is stolen from by someone. Is it possible to be stolen by several people at the same time? So I'm not saying that it's not possible. It's just my question because each one speaks from their own experience, right? Right. What about the rest? What do you think? Thank you, Brandon.
I think it's possible. The
Yeah.
thing is that we have these rules, these social rules
Mm.
that are like stopping us from accepting everything very very openly.
Hmm.
So we can have different feelings for people, but it's not admitted in our society to say so.
Okay. Hmm.
I think it's
Yeah.
more is more our society, our way of living, more than the possibility to have it, to have the feeling. And I
Yeah.
think that when we have something romantical
Yeah.
for someone, is because that person has in the beginning these chemicals
Hmm.
that are in touch, and that is why we feeling so floating on the air,
Yeah.
and without, how do you
Like
say,
butterflies, butterflies in the stomach. Some people say that.
yes, yes, and then it becomes not butterflies but vultures.
Yeah.
I
That
think
affects
that
your digestion.
yes, falling in love is just a trick of nature if we see
Mhm.
it from the scientific
Point of view.
explanation.
Hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
but it's so beautiful to have it that
Mhm.
we are looking for that sensation all the time, and maybe that's why we break the relationships so quick and so often in general in our society, because we are trying to get that feeling all the time, and that's impossible, and it's
Mhm.
physically impossible.
There are people who say that it's possible. Probably among our audience, some people think that it's possible. What do you think? Do you agree with Eliana? Is it possible or impossible to love forever?
To love, yes, but to be in
In
love,
love? Ah, okay.
no,
Great.
no,
Good.
it's not forever.
Okay. To be in
It
love is not
changes.
forever. It changes. Okay. Yes,
Mm.
Leo?
I
Yeah.
I totally agree. Like those feelings that you are describing when you fall in love or you are being in love are like chemical processes, and you burn out of these feelings like in 3 years, but then you take decisions like for I don't know, for our survival as a species, you
Mhm.
start to
Mhm.
appreciate what the other can offer you
Mhm.
to build like actually like a company. It's not a company, like an enterprise. It's an enterprise to resolve problems, and I think that's beautiful. Like we constantly told, I don't know, we constantly tell like stories ourselves of about romantic love and about the moon and about the butterflies, but I think that taking the decision to share the life with somebody just to build like a force that is stronger than the individuals to resolve problems and to contribute to society is, I think that's the most beautiful part.
Okay, so that means that it requires maturity. It requires maturity. Yeah. So, so if you are aware of this process, if all of you are aware of that, I don't know the rest of the participants, but if you are aware of how transitory to be in love is, to fall in love is, and what comes after, if you want to really enrich our relationships, so that requires maturity, and that is like a bet for a lasting relationship. Yes, bet means apuesta, right? So it's like, okay, this will be a lasting relationship, but it requires a lot from ourselves to do it. Yes, to enrich it. So you have already answered a question that I have here. That is, what makes you happy when you are in love? So Monica mentioned several symptoms as well as Andres. That makes you happy, yes, that makes you happy when you are in love. But let's answer, sorry, what makes you sad when you are in love?
Not to see all the time with the person beloved.
Not to see the person all the time, not to be with that person all the time. And why that need of seeing the person, being with that person all the time? Why that need?
Because that is the trick. You want all the time watching him or her and knowing where she is or what is she doing or whatever.
Yeah, and why?
I think it's because it's creating a kind of dependence.
Dependence. What do you think? What about the rest? What do you think? Raquel, hello, Natalia, Sebastian. What do you think? If you want to speak, of course. If you want just to listen to us, it's okay. But if you want to speak, you're welcome. Juan Pablo, Julie.
What makes me feel sad when I am in love?
Yeah.
Is feel that I can't be a support for the person.
That is very a very kind feeling. Yes. Another reason, another thing that makes us feel sad when we are in love.
Well, I consider that what makes you sad when you are in love is when you don't receive what you expect.
Okay. When the other doesn't fulfill our expectations. That is a good answer. Yeah. When we want to see the person all the time, but it's not possible. When we have high expectation from the other. What else?
When that person betrays you.
Yeah. Okay, that is a very important cause of feeling sad. Don't you think that we feel sad because we are offended because something is not given to us, because the other betrayed us, because the other is not with us all the time, because we don't control, we cannot control what the other is doing? To what extent that is selfishness? To what extent is that self-love? Egoism, egocentricity, right? So the egocentricity. To what extent is that the reason we suffer when we are in love?
I think so.
You think
Because
so?
we are, yes.
Mhm.
Sorry, I am a psychologist and I
Ah,
help myself.
that's great. That's great to have you here today. That's great.
Yeah,
See, yes.
when I see in others the reasons why they are so sad or frustrated or even worse,
Mhm.
is because they feel that the other one is going to fulfill the emptiness they
Mhm.
have inside, and that's impossible. That it can be. So I think that the sadness is not because of the other one, it's because of myself. It's because I have expectations.
Mhm.
And there are some reasons that say that when we are in love, we are giving to the other one my emptiness, trying to fulfill with the other's emptiness mine. So that
Yeah.
is very, very tricky.
And for that reason, it's not possible because if I want to fulfill my emptiness, but it's with the other's emptiness, so it's an emptiness feeling an emptiness. So
Exactly. Now you know
possible.
you don't need any therapist.
So you make me remember something that I wrote. When we are in love, we embrace ourselves inside the other's arms. Arms. Let me remember. When we are in love, we really embrace ourselves within the other's arms. So you are embracing the other. It seems that you are very devoted to that person, but what you are doing is embracing yourself within the other's arms. That is selfishness. And we are probably unconscious about it. Um, to be in love, yes, to love, I think is different. What do you think? What about the others? What do you think about these comments? Are very terrible what we are saying, or is it okay for you? Do you think differently? Let me know.
I do have a
Yes.
question for
Tell me, Antonio.
everyone.
Yes. Yeah.
Is anybody married here?
Is everybody what? Sorry, Antonio.
Is anybody married here?
I'm divorced.
Married?
I don't know if it works.
We can't.
I am forever separated.
I've been married for 10 years
Yeah.
and I work for a global NGO, so I'm traveling all the time.
Yeah.
And I think we reached to the point that it makes us even stronger because it makes us like miss each other. So when we see each other, when we have the chance to spend some time together, it's more fulfilling.
Oh,
I don't know.
it's a real encounter. Yeah.
Yes, it's like reliving the feelings that you had when you first met. So when you were in the falling in love
That's
stages.
that sounds nice. Yeah, and for a movie, like the pot for a movie. Antonio. Well, let's continue talking. I have more things to show you. Um for example, someone says that falling. So it is taken from another video. Someone who speaks about being in love. He says falling. You see, we don't say rising into love. There is in it the idea of fall. Yes. So we we seem to keep this tendency of seeing something negative, being in love. Of course, it is not that it is also wonderful, but according to who said this, so that person questions why falling in love, falling. You see, we don't say rising into love. There is in it the idea of fall. For all the life is for all the life is an act of faith, an act of gamble. So it's also a fact of gamble. So you bet something, yes, you bet great part of yourself when you are in love. There is another saying, you've given yourself up, but this is the most powerful thing that can be done. Surrender. Love is an act of surrender to another person. To what extent are we willful to surrender? Would you take the risk to surrender to another person? Well,
I think
yeah.
that falling in love is a very good chance to know ourselves better.
Mm-hmm.
I think there is only one way to see ourselves in that way, but facing the other one in our couple, because the
Yeah.
couple is going to give us the reflections of ourselves. So it's a
Uh-huh.
very good way of learning things.
Uh-huh.
But I
It's
think
a good opportunity.
yes, but I think it's not the only way of trying love, because there are many people on the world that is not with a couple, but they can experience love in other ways.
In other ways, of course. That is what I want to talk about it after this. So, sorry, I don't know what happened here. Okay, so for the reason I asked, should it be should love hurt? Yes. So here there is another song. I'm going just to show a part of the video to talk about it. Why does it hurt? How long does it last? So why does it hurt? Probably you have said why. You have already answered why love hurts. How long does it last? How long does that hurt last? Uh, do you have any comment? So you are in love. Sometimes you feel that it hurts, but there is a moment when it stops hurting. Why? Why does it stop hurting? Do you have any answer, my dear Olf? Yes?
I think we're not very rational or rational when we are in love,
Yeah.
because we are like in a whole complete different scene or part of our lives, and we are like entregados to the other
Uh,
person.
we surrounded. We surrounded. Yes.
So yeah, and as I told before, we're very vulnerable.
Uh-huh.
So then when we broke up a relationship, we need some time to see ourselves, who we are, what we want, what we're going to do, and to make a new plan, because when we are in a relationship, we used to have plans for the future with that person, and then we need to make different plans ourselves, and then we need to start living again, but without the other person. So we need some time to put the things in order and to make new plans.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. Good comments,
But
Monica. Yes.
but
That
I
is.
think,
Yeah. Tell
Monica,
me.
but I think the problem is when you don't take the time and you just immediately get into another relationship just to continue feeling these emotions from the beginning, feeling special for somebody, feeling that this one is going to take care of the wounds that the previous one left on your heart and your soul, and that is very complicated.
Yeah. So it's a good
Of
point.
course, it's very important, as Eliana said before, about the expectations and what we're waiting for the other person and what we want for ourselves, is because we're trying to define ourselves with the other person, and we cannot find our own goals, our own plans. And then we realize, maybe if we have the time, because of course we need time after we broke up, and we need time to find ourselves and to change our minds, because after a failure, we need to accept what was wrong and what do I want for the future in a future relationship, or do I want another relationship, or maybe not, maybe I prefer to be alone, and why I'm going to choose that person. And yeah, as Eliana said, we all carry with those expectations, and we need to know ourselves. And I think therapy could be a great idea for each one, and to have enough time and not to just finish one relationship and then go to another and try to fulfill those expectations with one and the other and then the other.
Yes, Monica, it's a matter of taking time. Yes, it's not to have time because we don't have it, but to take time. Take your time. But why don't we do it? Because we get obsessed. We get
I want to say
obsessed.
something
Yes, Andres, tell me.
that maybe love hurts because it's a love. Uh, those loves that when you fall, you're the only one that fall, and the other person is in another league, like yeah, in another league, like let's
Enjoying.
say in the United States, that this person is not for you, this person doesn't like you, doesn't care for you, and you are
So it
living
was a bad
living
choice.
maybe,
Mhm.
and I think that that is a reason because why love
But
hurts.
anyways, Andres, the problem is you, no him or her. The
No,
problem
the
is
problem.
ourselves. Why? Because we
Mhm.
have to make the decision. Yes?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And if you become obsessed, also obsession is a great barrier, and that obsession could be happen because of vanity. We are very vain. Yes.
It's
So
a
yeah,
it's about possession, maybe
possession.
having that
Mhm.
person you think you need in your life, and getting that person to be with you,
Mhm.
and not having the opportunity is hard, causes you
Mhm.
to feel hurt, and to be angry, and well,
Yeah, because it is a powerful relationship. It's a relation of power, and every relation is a matter of power. But what happens is that we want to what we want is dominance. Yes, to have power on the other, to make him or her be what we want, what we expect from them. So for that reason I said it's vanity. We are very vain. We are very selfish. We want the other to be as I want him to be. And that's not, that is why we suffer, I would say that. Let me share with you, um, as I said, obsession. I will show a little of this video, and I will show a part when that person repeats and repeats something that is like obsession, and that couple is suffering a lot.
And so it is, and so it is. No love. I can't take my eyes off of you. I can't take my eyes off of you. I can't take my eyes off of you. I can't take my eyes. We'll both forget the breeze most of the time. And so it is. Yeah. I can't take my eyes off of you. I can't take my eyes off of you. I can't take my eyes off of you. Can't take my eyes. Did I say that I want to let all no, I can't take my mind off of you. I can't take my mind off of you. I can't take my mind off of you.
So he says, I can take my eyes off you, I can take my mind off you, and he repeats and repeats, so it becomes an obsession. For that reason, as Eliana says, we have to take our time because we have to let those feelings get transformed. And I think we have to cry, of course, to express, but to understand that something has changed, to let it change, to let it be. So if you try to retain, it becomes something poisonous, and so you suffer. It's like my message. I'm not a wise woman, but I think that sometimes we suffer, and when we become obsessed, and that suffer is so intense. Some people think, some girls or boys think they're going to die, and in fact, some has committed suicide, and that is very sad, because it is a life in front of you, your own life, and the life of another person. Yes. So, any comment before continuing? Juan Pablo, Julie, or Juli, Monica, Raquel, any comment, Natalia?
I think that we love in the same way that we see life. And it's very important the way that we have been raising by our family. It impacts completely the way that we are going to be in relationships. And when we are in a relationship, in a romantic one, we are going to show up all the things that we don't manage at all the fears we have, all that. So love is a very, very, very good way to see ourselves as we are.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yes. So we have the opportunity of having a kind of mirror in front of us, but it's not a mirror that reflects exactly what we expect to see. So you have to be open to see what the mirror shows, as Alice in the Wonderland, as Alice through the mirror. Yes, so you have to go through the mirror. You are looking at the other's eyes, but what you see in the other's eyes is your own eyes. What do you see? It's a kind of metaphor, I don't know, a puzzle, but think about it. Sometimes, let me, sometimes I write something about love. I would like to share this with you. Where is Leon? Leon is gone? Is Leo gone? Oh, so sorry, Leo is gone. Okay, I'm going to read aloud. Feelings are as changeable as the sea waves are, but like waves, they always come back, leaving on the shore something alive. Now, somehow, you are inside. How long? As long as I am touched by your passionate soul. Suddenly, I felt charmed by you. It happened so soon, unexpectedly. I'd not have imagined your craving nourishing mine. Now I regret having let you go. I blame all my fears. I did not dare as much you did. Today I still feel the fire going along my veins. It gets more intense as I think of you. Now I am afraid that my skin's pathway will forget your hand's track as soon as a new wave waters the sand of your seashore. Feelings are as changeable, feelings are as changeable as the sea waves are. So it's something I wrote, and that is related to what we have said. We have to be ready for the change. Things change all the time. The only constant real thing is change. What do you think about it? Eliana, you say you know it. What do you think? I cannot hear you.
First, I have to say it's very beautiful writing.
Thank you.
And then I agree with the change, because all the time we are changing, but sometimes changing is like a loop. You feel like you are changing, but you are moving again to the point you were in the first place. So it's
What is called the vice circle.
um,
No, it's not that called the vice circle. No.
That is when you repeat and repeat and repeat
Okay, okay.
the same thing. And
What you mean
is when you're like trying
like
to change, but when you are changing, you are just changing the scene, but not the inside of the
okay, okay. I mean, I know what you mean. Okay. So
Okay.
it's a superficial change.
Yes.
Okay. It's not a real change. So, okay. Okay, guys, what do you think about this talk so far? Okay, now there is also what is a lasting love. Yes, there is a song that is called Dance with Me to the End of Love. Dance with Me to the End of Love by Leonard Cohen. Have you heard it? No? Natalia, have you heard it?
No, teacher, the first
No,
time.
the first time. I think so because he's an old singer. You see the scenario is in another epoch. And but what does Dance with Me to the End? Sorry, Dance with Me to the End of Love suggest to you? What does it suggest? Dance with Me to the End of Love. Sebastián, Raquel, Mónica, Juan José, hello, Liana, Clara Inés. What do you think? What does it mean for you? Dance with me to the end of love.
Stay with me until it's over.
Until it's over. So until it's over could be
I think forever.
forever. And what does it mean? What does forever mean? It doesn't. Does it mean while it lasts? Forever could mean while it lasts.
Forever in our hearts. It's like we're going to be until we die. But in real terms, the forever of love is it will last until it has to last.
Okay.
It's always something temporary. I think relationships are not forever. Even when we have a marriage, like in the middle, it's not forever. Sorry, but I think that way.
Yeah, okay, okay. It's your thought and it's okay. Any others comment? Okay, related to what we have said, we can say that love is an unscrewable feeling. Yes, Monica said that we are vulnerable when we are in love. And you mentioned several symptoms or characteristics of being in love. Now talking about love is an unscrewable feeling. And so we can wonder if it is really low what we feel. Could be there are other feelings associated to love. Can you mention other feelings associated to love that probably we confuse with love?
Admiration.
Admiration. Oh, great.
Attraction.
Attraction. What else? What do you say?
Expectation.
Expectation.
Another one is necessity.
Necessity. Oh, that is very dangerous. I don't know. Probably is good. To need each other, to support each other is good. But sometimes people confuse love with necessity. Yes, they need the other so much, they are so attached to the other that they think is love, but probably it's just necessity. Or do you want to be needed by the other? Do you want to be needed by the other?
No, that's very tired.
Yes. What about the others?
But I think actually we do.
Monica, what? Sorry?
Actually, we do. We want to be needed by the other one. And it's something that Eliana said before. Our conception, our definition of love, it's in certain way related to our family. And I think in Colombia in general, we don't receive like education about healthy love. And that's why we need, or we relate love with obsession, with jealousy, with possession. And I think the lack of education about love, about relationships, about communication, about comprehension, it really has an impact in the way we see and we live love.
Okay, good point, Monica. Thank you so much for those thoughts. Okay, as I told you, I like writing about love, about many things, about life. This is another thing that I wrote. The bird's colors fill me with wonder, but it is their flying what I do love. To what extent what we love about others is their freedom. Can we love the other's freedom? Probably that is unbearable, and probably that is what makes our relationship fail, because we don't stand the other's freedom. Yes, in my case, what I love about the birds is they fly, not their colors. Their colors wonder me. That is probably that happens when we are in love, when we fall in love, because oh, those colors astonish us. Yes, but finally, what I love is watching them flying. That means that I cannot hold them. That means that I cannot possess them. Once the bird is in cage, I don't like him. I don't love it anymore. When I feel that my companion, my partner, is in cage, not because I have closed the door, probably because he wants to be under my wing all the time. When I see that he cannot or she cannot fly anymore, I cannot love it anymore. That is as I feel, and for that reason I am not married. For that reason I am separated, because I want the other to be free. But sometimes the other doesn't want to be free. He wants to be protected all the time, to be in cage. Sure. They want to be sure, safe. What do you think, Raquel, about it?
One day a friend told me that he doesn't want to stay on a relation. She say exactly because he want to be a free soul. But I think that if you are on a healthy relation, you are going to be free inside the relation.
Yeah, I think that's the way that it should be. So probably there is nobody who can say it should be, but as you said, it's healthy. Yes. is healthy, Raquel. To be free inside the other, inside the relation, is healthy. Any other comments? Any comments?
I think that if we need to have a healthy relationship, we need to be healthy first. And when we are healthy, we are going to find somebody that is not as much as you, is going to be a little healthy. So the relationship is going to build on good basis. But if you are very broken, if you are very lost, you are going to attract that kind of relationship into your world, because it's what you are sending to the universe. So it's what you are going to attract.
But does that mean that we have to find happy people?
No happy, healthy, healthy,
Healthy.
Mentally healthy.
Okay, and what about if someone needs your help? So probably you fall in love with someone that has certain, so it's not that healthy person, that is a person who can give you the best even though it's not healthy. So I mean, somebody can need us without hurting you. Is it possible? So somebody who is not totally healthy but is conscious about that person needs you, and you probably fall in love with that person, it doesn't mean that it's going to end badly, or what do you think?
I think that is completely different when you are going to love somebody and when you're going to need it. Because if you need the person, it's because you are not very, very good. And when you are really healthy, or you are not very healthy, but you know that you are broken somehow, you're going to try to fit you, to fix you, sorry, to fix
Okay,
you.
to fix you.
You're going to fix you. And you are going to attract somebody that is more or less the same as you are. That's why I say we need to try to be healthy to build a healthy relationship.
Okay, but I suggest you to see a movie that is called Trust. Later I will look for it and I will tell you the director, who the director is. Trust. And you see that everybody in that movie is crazy, kind of insane. However, there is a couple who said something that Monica said before, or Natalia, I don't remember, that love admiration, related to admiration. There is a moment when the man says to her, marry me, and she says, no, because you love me. And he says, because I admire you and respect you. And she says, is not that love? I don't know. So I will marry you if you say that admiration, respect and trust is love, is equal love. And he said, yes, admiration, respect and trust is equal love. And then they get married. But they were kind of crazy and they helped each other. So, well, let's continue because time is coming over. So I will share with you another poem that has to be with what I said before, vanity, self-love, or what I say, I mean, so egoism, or yes, vanity. So I said, all of a sudden, beauty blesses me. Adonis flirts with me, and Narcissus' eyes stare at the surface of my iris. He gets inebriated of his own astonishing beauty and becomes the plenty moon sunk in the bottom of my sea. With this with his illuminating glimpse, Apollo blinds me and I get insane. Love, humans think it is, yet do not fool yourself. Simply fatuity and self-complacency is. So This is what I mean sometimes when I say probably we fool ourselves. We think that we are in love, but what we are is just loving ourselves, reflected in the mirror surface of the other. We don't see beyond the mirror. We continue seeing ourselves in the surface of the other's mirrors. And for that reason, I say, with his illuminating glimpse, Apollo blinds me because I get blind and I get insane. And for that reason, I say, it's Narcissus whose eyes stare at the surface of my iris. He gets inebriated of his own astonishing beauty and becomes the plenty moon sunk in the bottom of my sea. So each one sinking in the other, but not finding the other. Something like that. I don't know if it is a puzzle, but I just wanted to share it with you. Well, before finishing, do you want to share something? Because I asked also what other feelings are involved in a love relationship. You already have said that. So finally, we have marriage and love, a lasting relationship. In the beginning, uh, our guest Leon mentioned something about it. Yes, what is built through time. Probably marriage becomes a very good lasting relationship, a friendship, in fact, if we build, if we know, if you are conscious that after the first stage of being in love, there will come better stages. Yes, that is real love. How much or how long is going to last? Till it lasts. But to be integral, to be complete, to be, how say that? Eliana, can you help me? Till the end.
To be whole.
To be whole, right. To be whole. Whole together till the end. Yes? So once it finishes, let's say that everything passed away. And so you say, okay, I was in love with him, but I still admire him. I still admire her. I still respect him. I still respect her. I still trust him because that person became a great friend. Yes? Now we are not couples anymore. Something changed and we couldn't save the abysm that we survived it. We survived it in our friendship. Something like that. And I think that that is true if we keep the best from the other all the time. Because sometimes people become kind of regretful. So, he is not what I thought he was. She is not what I thought she was. Just because that person doesn't love you anymore doesn't mean that is not an admirable person anymore. Do you understand my point? Brandon, do you have something to say? Monica, Natalia, Liana, say something, please. Yes?
Yes, I think that the point is that we change in the perspective of the other person. It's not necessary that the other person has changed. So that person is the same, maybe, or maybe not, but it's our point of view that is changing. So
Yeah.
we maybe stop loving that person, but that person is the same person.
We change perspectives. And probably a couple can keep together when they look at the same perspective or from the same perspective. Once they change their perspectives, they realize they have a different perspective, so they say bye-bye for now. Something like
Yes,
that.
many things have to change inside the relationship. So the bases are different, and we know that we are not again together in the same point because our objectives together, our dreams together have changed, and we cannot walk the same path with our desires at the opposite.
Okay. So for finishing, I I want you to think about it. I don't know if you are married. Okay, let's know it right now. Let's say, for example, Brandon, are you single or married?
I'm divorced.
You're divorced.
Yes.
Okay, Eliana is divorced. Me too. No, I'm not divorced. I have not been married, no separated. Is something complex.
No, it's the
Brandon.
same. It's the same.
Okay. Okay. Brandon, what about you? Are you married or are you single?
No, I am a girl. I have a girlfriend.
You have a girlfriend, a boyfriend, whatever.
A
You have a
girlfriend.
relation. Okay, good. Clara, what about you? Do you have a relationship right now, or you're married, single? Separate. You're separate. Okay. Eliana, what about you? Married, single, separated? You have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a partner? Eliana? No, no, aren't you there? Juan Jose, what about you?
I'm single, teacher.
You're single. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm enjoying that.
You enjoy being alone. You're happily single. You're happily single.
Yeah.
Okay. That is another important, interesting topic, solitude.
Or could be because actually what do you say? I
What?
haven't found the girl.
Okay. You haven't
So
found a mate,
I mean, yeah,
couple. Okay. But you feel happy being single.
yeah, yeah.
hmm Okay.
I'm okay.
Enjoy your life. Meanwhile, when you get a couple, I want you to enjoy it as well. hmm Okay. What about Juan Pablo? Are you single, married, separated?
I am single,
Single. Happily single, or you looking for someone?
happy single.
Okay. Good. Can I ask you how old you are?
I am 24 years old.
You're very young. There will be plenty of time for being in love. And you can be in love with many other things, not only with someone, yes? What about you, Juli or Julie or Julio? What's your name, please? Okay. Monica, single, married?
I have a relationship.
You have right now. Mhm. I want you to be happy. I want you to have a healthy relationship. Yeah.
Teacher,
Yes.
Juli is Juliana. She's writing in the chat. She says
Oh,
that
sorry.
Brandon is my boyfriend. We are in a
Oh.
relationship
Oh,
since a year
great.
ago,
Oh,
and she's so glad.
congratulations. Thank you, Eliana. Congratulations.
So
Good.
don't take my meaning very seriously, because you are in a very good relationship.
No, but yeah, they have to take it seriously because we are talking about something that comes after being in love. That is wonderful. Yes, to find a good partner is wonderful. But as we have mentioned or commented, so you have to observe each other to find out, to discover the treasure inside you. Yes, um, you will enjoy it. Okay. Uh, I was asking that because let me see someone. That's true. It's really important. Thank you. Okay. I was asking you because if you are married, if you are not having a good marriage, divorce is a good option. And it says divorce isn't such a tragedy. A tragedy is staying in an unhappy marriage, teaching your children the wrong things about love. Nobody ever died of divorce. So that is another topic. a long topic, and Eliana knows a lot about it. That is possible after a separation to keep a good friendship with that person. Do you know what? I have had several couples and many lovers. I am 54 years old. Yes, I have not had any romance or any romantic relationship since I was 50, but I feel okay, happily alone or not alone with myself. And but all the lovers, romances, and couples or romantic or yes, love relationships that I had, all of them are my friends. They are my friends. I love them as my friends. For me, they were wonderful people and they are still wonderful people. But as Eliana said, we finally had different perspectives. We were looking at the world from different corners, from different points of view, from different paths. And we had to understand that. Well, before saying bye, do you want to comment something?
I want to thank you because it was not just practicing English. It was a very nice conversation today.
Thank you.
So it was something to think about, to feel about, listen the perspective of these young boys and girls today.
Yes.
I am 39. I am in this different perspective in my life in this moment.
Yeah.
And it's been very, very delightful. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. Thank you for your participation, for all of you, for your comments. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Natalia. And I
I would
don't know.
like to
See,
I would
yes,
like to ask for something. Maybe
yes,
I think we're almost all of us we're younger than Elsa and Eliana,
yeah.
and I think life is a path to learn. So if you could share some advices, some tips, recommendations about love, I think we all appreciate that.
Oh, thank you, Monica. Yeah, thank you. Yes, I hope that everybody has found this conversation nice, enriching. Yeah, so we share our experiences. It is not the experience of everybody. Everyone has a different experience, of course, different circumstances. But we can share what we have learned from our experiences. Probably it's going to be useful, helpful for someone, right? That is what we expect. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes,
I
tell
want
me. Tell
also
me.
I want to thank you for the conversation. It was a great conversation.
Thank you,
And
Brandon.
thank you for your comment on my relationship with Juliana. Juliana.
Oh, great. That's wonderful. That makes me happy. Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you.
I
Mhm.
enjoy it a lot.
Oh, thank you, Raquel. That makes me glad. Yeah, thank you. So I think that there is a link for evaluating this conversation club. I think that is at the in the beginning of the chat. It was posted. Please, if you have time for evaluating the conversation club, I appreciate it. Well, everybody, have a great evening and enjoy your life. Enjoy yourself and enjoy your couples.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Okay, bye bye. Nice to meet you. Nice to talk to you. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Juliano, Julie is Brando's couple, right? Okay, bye bye.